So since President Tinubu got in,
respect me.
Since President Tinubu got in,
I will walk out of your studio if you raise your voice at me.
Mr. Lokpasa,
me respectfully.
You may will take your decision if you want to. Mr. Lokpasa, my name is Rufai Oseni, and at first, patriotism means.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you two?
You sir?
How are you two? How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Good. Okay. Patriotism means supporting your country at all times, but also supporting the government when they deserve it. Mr. Lokpasa, I put it to you that you came here to misrepresent the facts today as regards subsidy removal. President Tinubu announced subsidy gone on Inauguration Day, and that was effectively pulling out subsidy. So you say he didn't remove subsidy, quoting the PIA law that had been there for a while, is misrepresentation of the facts. That's number one. Number two, since President Tinubu got in, let me finish, Mr. Lokpasa. Let me finish, please. Secondly, since he got in,
don't raise your voice at me, young man. Don't raise your voice at me.
Let me finish, Mr. Lokpasa. Let me finish.
I'm your guest.
So since President Tinubu got in,
respect me.
Since President Tinubu got in,
I will walk out of your studio if you raise your voice at me.
Mr. Lokpasa,
me respectfully.
You may will take your decision if you want to. I'm asking a question. You might decide to walk out if you want to. Mr. Lokpasa, since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked. It's at an all-time low as we speak.
It has not.
Let me finish my question. Mr. Lokpasa, let me finish my question.
You are a liar.
Mr. Lokpasa, moderate yourself. All right? Moderate yourself.
Do you know what you are doing?
Good.
Listen to me. You're
Secondly,
do you know what you are doing?
Since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked.
You are pretending to be a journalist.
The indicators are there.
With you?
Since he came in, the indicators are there. Number one, the cost of the dollar to the naira. What does it matter with you? The cost of the dollar to the naira has tanked tremendously as a result of the fluctuation of the currency. All right, that's one. Is that Tinubu's fault? Don't you know why naira tanked? I'm still asking my question. Secondly, it's been because of your friends. Because it's been an all-time malaise in the economy as we speak. Cost of living gone up tremendously. All right, and things are really, really south for the economy. So, in all of this, it's been a slopey downward spiral. What would you have to say about all of this, Mr. Lokpasa?
Thank you very much for that question, Rufai Oseni. Please, Dr. Ruben Abati and my adorable in-law, Mrs. Mairesi, does anybody have a more reasonable question for me to answer? Because I am not dignifying that insulting question from Rufai with a response. I am not.
Mr. Lokpasa, I will see that you're bailing on my question, and it's all right. It's all right for you to bail out if you don't want to answer it.
I'm not evading your question. Listen,
please answer it if you can.
Listen to me. This is not animal psychology. It is law. Okay? If you want to be a journalist, you can be a journalist. And you should learn the ropes for those ahead of you.
Mr. Lokpasa, answer my question.
My mates. You can never.
Mr. Lokpasa, answer the question. Dignify yourself. Mr. Jacob said that dignify yourself and answer the question.
My God.
Dignify yourself.
Please, can we have peace?
Dignify yourself and answer the question.
Can we have peace in the studio?
My God. What's wrong with this badly brought up little boy?
Mr. Lokpasa, please calm down.
Mr. Lokpasa, I didn't disrespect you for the last. I just asked the question.
Please, Mr. Lokpasa.
Okay,
do we end this program? Both of you will not allow me to talk. Should we end the program? No, there's a breakdown of law and order.
Please, Dr. Basi, go
ahead. Maybe we can just end it. No, we can end it.
No,
go ahead, Dr.
Let's go ahead, please.
I'm appealing. Okay, we'll take a short break. When we come back, the program will continue.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good morning, Jesus Tiger. Thank you for joining us. Well, quickly, you had Ayo.
Good morning, Dr. Abati.
Introducing the subject. What's your take? Well, you're a member of the APC, of course, so we expect you to say this is a victory for democracy. But what should be the way forward? now that the litigation has ended?
Yeah, the way forward ought to be obvious. We have a president that was elected on the 25th of February. We have a president that was sworn in on the 29th of May, and his name is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He is our president, finally affirmed and confirmed by the Supreme Court of Nigeria. So my own, I wouldn't even say way forward. I think it is fait accompli. But I would like to appeal. We are humble people. You have a president for the good of your country, if only for that reason, whether you like Bola Tinubu or you don't like Bola Tinubu, if just for the good of, even for selfish reasons. Okay, for instance, I want my country to work for me. You know, if that is the only reason, well, support your president for the next 4 years. No problem. 4 years from now, we can start fighting again. Who will be the president? But for this period, at least invest your president with some support for your own good, not even for his own good. It is me, is a dire supporter of Bola Tinubu. That's my business to support him no matter what. But even for opponents, just at least invest him with some support for the good of the nation. That for me is the way forward. This election cycle, Dr. Abati, has been truly bizarre. Bizarre. I've never seen a more in fact, I don't know how to put it, you know. If it is not 25% in Abuja, okay, let's try 25% in Abuja. It didn't work. Then we tried double nomination. This was the season of the gamblers. That one didn't work. Then let's try, let's go all the way to America and try Chicago. That one didn't work. The last one was FBI files. No, you don't live like that in a country, for God's sake. Please. The Supreme Court of Nigeria has given a definitive final verdict. We have a president. On the cross of Calvary, our Lord Jesus said, "Son, behold thy mother. Mother, behold thy son." What I will say to Nigerians, behold thy president, and it's Asiwaju Tinubu.
All right.
That's how
all right,
I put
Mr. Lopasa. I mean, as expected, very triumphant in your assertions this morning. And but I'm sure as a lawyer you wouldn't say that.
I'm not.
No, but I'm sure as a lawyer you wouldn't say that the opposition was not within their rights to pursue to challenge the outcome of the elections if they do feel that they didn't agree with it. I think it's well within their rights. But let's talk about way forward now. It's been affirmed President Bola Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. And so, like you said, Nigerians truly want what is good for Nigeria. At the end of the day, that's what everyone is pushing for. That's what everyone is fighting for.
Yes, yes.
So let's look at some of the decisions or perhaps some of the policies of this current administration and how the implementation has worked out. First of all, of course, one of the most infamous one is the removal of fuel subsidy and the attendant effect on Nigerians and poverty levels, especially because of the delay, right, put it that way, of the implementation of palliatives or measures to cushion the effect on Nigerians. Now there's an announcement of 15 million households getting 25,000 naira per month for the next 3 months. And people have asked the question, after that, what next? What is the plan of this administration to tackle poverty, to alleviate the sufferings of the people? That's the big question for many people. People have empty stomachs. People want to have at least an appreciable level, of life and outcomes. So how do we begin to solve these problems for Nigerians?
Now, thankfully, the Supreme Court has decided who is has affirmed who is the president of Nigeria, and is the president Nigerians voted for, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Now, let's give our president some time. You know, it's not as if, let's not pretend, let's stop this gaslighting. You know, are we pretending as if hunger came to Nigeria today? Did hunger come to Nigeria because of Bola Tinubu? I remember in 1984.
I'm sure you'd agree with me.
I'm answering your question.
Yes, I just wanted to punctuate here so that you can answer it, you know, just to one of the things you said. Yes, this is not the beginning of hunger in Nigeria, but you'd agree, Mr. Onokpasa, that since the removal of fuel subsidy, life has been harder for Nigerians. You can look at the purchasing power, inflation rate.
Ayo.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Bola Tinubu did not remove fuel subsidy. That is a misconception. The law does not even allow you to pay fuel subsidy. That is the PIA Act. So we were paying since that act was passed, we were paying subsidy unlawfully. Then the previous government, which was comfortable with breaking the law with respect and paying the subsidy, only made provision up to, I think, June this year. There is this, I think, I believe we would have been in even far greater problem today if that subsidy had continued. It's not Bola Tinubu that removed subsidy, for God's sake. That is fake news with respect. The law says you can't pay subsidy. A president does not have a right to break the law. It is even the duty, the mandate, the obligation of the president to obey the law. You know, and then we have all this, you see this news cycle. We have been doing a lot of things with respect that are just totally uncalled for, unpalatable.
Okay, Mr. Onokpasa, I would like to come in here.
You know,
Mr. Onokpasa,
they are unnecessary. Totally unnecessary.
Mr. Onokpasa, I would like to come in here.
Rufai.
Well, just to take that, can we talk about something else that is in the news this morning, which is the crisis in Rivers State? I don't know whether you've been following the story. Yesterday, some persons threw explosives into the House of Assembly, and this morning there is almost apparent chaos in Rivers. How do we safeguard our democracy? This conflict between godfathers and the anointed persons, this resort to impunity among politicians generally.
Oh, well, what I can say about that is let everybody just learn to play the game according to the rules, you know. Frankly, I would recommend what the law says, you know. Let's all just behave according to the law, and let's not pretend that the law is not what it is. You know, it is little things that end up causing trouble. And I thank God for the judiciary this election cycle. I'm very, very proud of the legal profession, Dr. Abati. This election, I've not heard, in fact, I think all these things, I don't know what happened, whether some evil spirit just gripped a critical mass of some commentators, some stakeholders to this election cycle, and everything almost went haywire. You know, the last one I heard was whatever is happening in Rivers will be taken care of. it is the same sort of attitude. You understand me? I will not let go. I will not let go. You have lost, but you will not let go. Did you not lose? Do you understand me? You know, you from this, you go to this one doesn't work. You got the last one I heard was FBI files. And I'm like, which FBI files? FBI files my foot. What is the FBI a court? Bring me, Dr. Abati, you are a lawyer. Bring me all the FBI files in this world. One pronouncement of a customary court, not a magistrate court, not a high court, not the court of appeal, not the Supreme Court. Just one pronouncement from any customary court is worth more than everything in the FBI files. The FBI will be judge, jury, and executioner. Somebody says, bring FBI files. What will you do with FBI files? If you say they rigged the election against you, prove it. You couldn't prove it. Then you cause trouble in the country. That's what Nigerian politicians do. You have lost the election. You know you did not win. Then you keep whipping up sentiments, religious sentiments, ethnic sentiments, dividing the people. Please, this election has been settled conclusively. We have a president. Let us all rally around our president for our own good. No problem. 4 years from now, we can start fighting again for power. But for the good of our nation, like Mrs. Maro Ese was asking me, hunger and so on, let us rally around our president to solve those problems. Please. That will be my answer to that, Dr.